We often say, if we've done it right, nobody knows who has autism and who doesn't.
Forward. Left. Left. Back. Right.
Oh,
Forward,
wait.
left,
What?
Right.
Oh, now I'm all messed up.
Wait, I think this is the way it starts.
If we've done it right, you come watch a performance or a rehearsal, and it's just a performance or a rehearsal.
You'll say that line that's troublesome.
Me by myself? Okay. So I won't ruin myself. I have to memorize what hurts so I know what to be afraid of. See, my mind doesn't know what being afraid is, so I have to, because my body doesn't know what being hurt is. So I have to memorize what hurts.
Beautiful. Jonathan?
Everybody who?
Nice. Say it again.
Everybody who?
Great. Tristan?
That's 163 miles.
Liz? You know what? A lot of people do. Charlotte?
What are you talking about?
Spencer?
If they asked if we had the plumbing way up there.
Say it again.
They asked if we had the plumbing way up there.
Nice.
When Clay came to me to start BurkTech, we didn't call it BurkTech yet. He just came to me and said, I want to do something for young adults with autism. I want to find a way to help them experience theater. And I went, hey, cool. What's it going to look like? And he goes, I don't know yet. And it was this, but he said, I know I want to. He's like this amazing autism center right next door to the theater. We got to do something.
Inhale. Say hello on the exhale. Nice.
What now has sort of become a legendary story. Our first semester there was a young man who was 14 who had never spoken before, and he started speaking during one of our exercises. We didn't quite know what we were doing, and Dr. Dotson said that was one of the reasons it worked so well. Instead of working with students in the spectrum, nervously, our students just went in and treated them like peers, and it sort of worked.
And then I'm going to give you this as an acting choice. You're like, hey, come have a seat, come over here. And you sit down like, oh.
Okay.
Bring her next to you.
Okay.
And then now I think that'll be better.
Yeah.
That way you get to worry.
We decided to make the first theater in the community course at the Burkhardt Center a young adult class. So we used the lab theater next door, and they did a variety show. And it was incredible for the fact that those performers knew it was theirs. But at the end of that semester, the community and theater class is breaking up, and next year it's going to be different teachers. And that whole core group came back, the performers and the teachers, and said, we don't want to stop. We don't want that to be the last thing. We want to keep going. And it was from that performance and the dialogue after it of we're not done yet, that BurkTech was formed. And their first mission statement was about including young adults on the spectrum and authentic theater experiences where it wasn't for them, but by them. Every generation that's come has pushed that envelope. It started out like a review show, and then they started doing one-acts, and then they started doing devised, and then they added dancing choreography, and then they did a performance where there was actually a play written by one of the members with autism. Now this semester, for the first time, a multi-act play.
But yeah, let's just have a really fun show. Spencer, let's do 1, 2, 3 BurkTech Players.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, hands
Woo!
in.
BurkTech Players, I'll do loud and proud. 1, 2, 3.
BurkTech Players!
Let's do this.
No, Athos, you don't talk.
Autism is a neurodevelopmental disability. It's something you're born with, and it's something you die with. The IQ range in autism is the same as the rest of the population. There's people with autism with an IQ of 50, there's people with autism with an IQ of 150. Difficulty with social connection is really one of the defining characteristics of autism, as well as a difficulty with perspective taking and language. It doesn't mean they can't. It means it's harder. I think that's the power of theater.
Theater people, I think, are a great way to transition because we ourselves are not entirely normal.
Theater activities and theater performance explicitly teach you how to notice and respond to other people's perspectives.
they can play a character in a very realistic scenario, learn how to respond, and have like a director or somebody being, this is how you would respond to that situation, or this is how I think you would respond. And then they can see in their minds, oh, this seems like a very similar situation in the real world. If I take what I did with that part, I can put it there, and then that sort of creates a domino effect.
A lot of times the very characteristics that make autism a struggle for the people who have it become strengths when they learn how to use those characteristics to advantage. The need for sameness and rigidity and routine can make them phenomenal performers because they have the discipline and want to do something 100 times the same way until it is exactly right.
You know, a really good actor ideally will embrace something and someone that they're not.
Nobody judges you when you're playing a different person because it's a different person. It's not you.
I think they were saying that to me about you to kind of warn me what I was getting myself into. Because they like you. And me. Us.
Without Clay, BurkTech doesn't happen. Without Sam, Clay never gets this off the ground because Sam was that first person who came in and said, yeah, I'll do that with you.
I know that in some parts we're kind of like stumbling through, still trying to make things work, but that's okay. We still got a week to make everything final, so just enjoy ourselves in this space and do a good job.
Had Sam not been willing to step up and say, I want to be co-artistic director, it would have just been one more group of theater professionals doing a class for people with autism. Sam's being willing to step up and say, no, I want a leadership role in this, also made BurkTech possible, because had he not been the first, nothing else would have followed.
That's the beauty of the people that we are working with and the connections that we make along the way. It's that real syncing up with people that really makes the BurkTech Players so essential. We could be able to put on a performance like those other guys that happen to be on a paycheck.
Hey, Athos! Hey,
what?
Hey, Athos!
Hey, what?
Show us how to get down!
To be able to really stand up to those kinds of guys, it's a real impact. It really shows that we are really stepping up to the plate to show them, hey, we can put on a performance just like you guys. We are not all about taking the easy route. We're not all about taking any kinds of shortcuts that might make it helpful. We are going to just go 100% all the way, and whatever happens, happens. Take it or leave it.
As an actor, if you don't understand who you are, it's really difficult to embody someone else.
Goodbye, Danny.
Spencer is the heart of BurkTech in many ways, in terms of just the social glue. Like, she is the cohesion of, she's so sweet and everybody loves her and she's so confident and so willing to try things.
If you want to be an actor, go for it. You can do it.
I mean, I didn't answer him in the first place because I didn't have an answer at the time. I mean, I was going to college, and the night before I'm about to go off to do what I hope and dream, he asked me to marry him. I mean, come on, what was I supposed to do?
I don't
I love acting. I love performing in front of an audience. So that's why I got into acting. I want to do this for a long, long time. That's how much I love this BurkTech family.
Think about people with some good side. Thank you. You're my true friend. Kristen, believe me.
I want people to know that BurkTech is amazing. And I want people to come see our shows if they can.
So you're free to go. So Lauren's cast, you're free to go. The rest of us will do. But not everybody's free to go because this is our final dress tech and we open tomorrow, yeah? So thank you so much for your incredible work. I mean, I've seen a huge leap in confidence and dedication from working here the previous year. And so that's because of you guys. So be proud of what you have. I'm really excited to share it with people. We only have, I think, 10 seats left for tomorrow. Yeah, so we'll have a really full house. I'm sure we'll have walk-ups. We may even have to turn people away. So, yes. So make sure people have tickets, okay? Make sure you have tickets. Okay.
It's all acceptance. It's all we want to put on something beautiful together, and we want to make people smile or make people cry or make people have feelings, just general feelings. And I think that's what BurkTech does better than anybody here, is just accepting people and being happy to be here.